Have you ever felt the subtle sting of envy, the kind that doesn't announce itself outright but lingers in the smiles of those closest to you? Jealousy is a quiet disruptor, a toxin that seeps into relationships, undermines trust, and sows discord without you even realizing it. It's not always the loud outburst or the obvious resentment. Often it hides in plain sight, cloaked in subtle behaviors, whispered comments, or unexplained silence. The Bible warns us about the destructive nature of envy. Proverbs 27:4 states, "Wrath is cruel, anger is overwhelming, but who can stand before jealousy?" Unlike other emotions, jealousy is insidious, capable of eroding the strongest bonds and even altering the way you see yourself. When it comes from someone you trust, a friend, a family member, or a colleague, it feels like betrayal, leaving you questioning not only their intentions but also your own judgment. C.S. Lewis once said, "Pride gets no pleasure out of having something, only out of having more of it than the next man." Jealousy stems from this pride, from the comparison game that so many fall victim to. It's not that someone envies your success for its own merit. They envy how it makes them feel about their own perceived shortcomings. It's a mirror they don't want to face, reflecting what they lack rather than celebrating what you've gained. When you strive for success, whether in your career, relationships, or personal growth, your achievements will inevitably highlight the insecurities of others. You might notice subtle changes, a once supportive friend withdrawing, conversations laced with veiled critiques, or even outright attempts to minimize your victories. Jealousy doesn't just harm the person feeling it, it spreads its poison to anyone in its vicinity, sowing doubt and diminishing joy. Recognizing jealousy is essential for protecting your peace. It allows you to separate your worth from the reactions of others. Jealousy is not a reflection of your character, but of their struggles. The Bible encourages us in Romans 12:15 to rejoice with those who rejoice and weep with those who weep. True friends celebrate your victories as if they were their own. When someone cannot do that, it speaks volumes, not about you, but about them. Understanding the power of jealousy isn't about judging others, it's about safeguarding your heart. Your journey, your progress, and your happiness belong to you. You weren't called to dim your light to make others comfortable. Recognizing jealousy is the first step to ensuring it doesn't rob you of your joy or derail your path. Let your success inspire others, but never let envy silence your celebration. Sign 1. They can't celebrate your success. Have you ever noticed someone close to you becoming strangely distant or indifferent when good things happen in your life? You land the job you've always wanted, your hard work finally pays off, or you share exciting news expecting support and celebration, but instead you're met with silence, dismissiveness, or even criticism. This is one of the clearest signs of jealousy. They simply can't bring themselves to be happy for your success. True friends and supporters rejoice in your victories. As the Bible teaches in Romans 12:15, rejoice with those who rejoice, weep with those who weep. A genuine connection means sharing both the highs and the lows of life. However, when someone harbors jealousy, their reaction to your achievements reveals far more about them than it does about you. Their inability to celebrate your success isn't about the accomplishment itself, it's about what your success forces them to confront within themselves. C.S. Lewis once said, "When someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time." This wisdom applies perfectly to moments like these. Someone's reaction to your good news is a window into their true feelings. If they're unable to offer even a simple congratulations, it's a sign that your progress has triggered something deeper, a fear of inadequacy, an unfulfilled dream, or a sense of competition they haven't come to terms with. Jealousy often masks itself in subtle ways. It can be a cold response to your excitement, an offhand comment meant to downplay your accomplishment, or a change in behavior that leaves you questioning your own judgment. For example, you might hear phrases like, "Well, anyone could have done that," or "You got lucky this time." These statements, though seemingly harmless, are designed to take the shine off your moment and make you second-guess your achievement. This becomes even more painful when it comes from someone you trust, a close friend, a family member, or even a partner. The people you expect to be your biggest cheerleaders may instead become a source of doubt and negativity. Their jealousy isn't about you. It's about the gap they perceive between your accomplishments and their own. Instead of using your success as inspiration, they view it as a reminder of their own perceived shortcomings. The Bible reminds us in Proverbs 14 verse 30, "A heart at peace gives life to the body, but envy rots the bones." Jealousy doesn't only harm relationships, it eats away at the person feeling it, fostering bitterness and resentment. When someone can't celebrate your success, it's a reflection of their inner struggles, not your worth or effort. It's natural to feel hurt or disappointed in these moments. You might wonder if you're overreacting, questioning whether you're misinterpreting their behavior. But as difficult as it may be, it's essential to recognize this pattern for what it is. People who truly care about you will celebrate your achievements wholeheartedly, even if they're facing their own challenges. Their joy for you will be genuine, untainted by hidden resentment or passive-aggressive remarks. C.S. Lewis offers another poignant reminder. Humility is not thinking less of yourself, it's thinking of yourself less. A person who is secure in their own path can celebrate the victories of others without feeling threatened. Their humility allows them to value your success as part of a shared journey, not as a comparison or competition. When you notice that someone can't celebrate your success, it's crucial to set boundaries. Protect your peace and remember that your achievements are a testament to your hard work, perseverance, and faith. You don't owe anyone an apology for your progress, and you certainly shouldn't dim your light to accommodate someone else's insecurity. Your success is not just a milestone for you, it's a reflection of God's blessings in your life. Surround yourself with people who uplift and encourage you, those who are genuinely happy to see you succeed. As you continue to grow, remember that not everyone will be able to handle your success, and that's okay. Jealousy is their burden, not yours. Celebrate your victories unapologetically and keep moving forward with confidence and grace. Sign 2. They disguise criticism as advice. Have you ever received advice that didn't feel quite right? Something that seemed helpful on the surface, but left you doubting yourself? This is a hallmark of jealousy disguised as concern. Instead of openly celebrating your efforts, these individuals mask their envy under the pretense of offering constructive criticism. Their words aren't meant to uplift or guide you. Instead, they subtly chip away at your confidence. It often starts with phrases like, "I just want what's best for you," or "I'm saying this because I care." On the surface, these statements sound supportive, but if you listen closely, the underlying tone is different. Their advice is laced with doubt, second-guessing, or comparisons designed to make you feel less competent. They might say things like, "Are you sure that's the best choice?" Or, "I don't think you're ready for that yet." While they claim to be looking out for you, their real goal is to sow uncertainty. C.S. Lewis once said, "It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, but the one who is actually in the arena." True advice comes from a place of understanding and experience, not from a desire to control or belittle. Those who offer genuine guidance focus on your growth and well-being, not on preserving their sense of superiority or managing their insecurities. The Bible also provides clarity on this behavior. Philippians 2 verse 3-4 reminds us, "Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourselves, not looking to your own interests, but each of you to the interests of the others." Genuine advice comes from a place of humility and love, not envy or self-serving motives. When someone offers criticism disguised as advice, it's rarely about helping you improve. Instead, it's often rooted in their desire to maintain control or diminish your achievements. What makes this behavior so harmful is its subtlety. Unlike overt jealousy, which is easier to identify, disguised criticism can make you question your own instincts. You might find yourself doubting decisions that once felt right or hesitating to take bold steps because of their words. This is exactly what they want, to keep you second-guessing, so you don't surpass their perceived level of success. It's essential to recognize when advice is truly constructive and when it's cloaked in jealousy. Genuine advice builds you up. It inspires and empowers you to grow. Jealousy-driven criticism, on the other hand, leaves you feeling inadequate, uncertain, or even guilty for pursuing your goals. Pay attention to how their words make you feel. Do you feel encouraged or do you feel diminished? C.S. Lewis reminds us that humility is a hallmark of true wisdom. Those who genuinely care about you will offer advice that aligns with your best interests, without hidden motives. They'll celebrate your courage to take risks and support your decisions, even when they don't fully understand them. When faced with disguised criticism, stand firm in your faith and trust in your journey. God has equipped you with the wisdom and strength to achieve great things. Protect your peace by discerning the intentions behind the advice you receive. Remember, your success is not up for debate, and your confidence should never hinge on someone else's approval. Keep moving forward boldly, knowing that those who truly care will encourage you, not hinder you. Sign 3. They gossip behind your back. Few things hurt more than discovering that someone you trusted has been speaking negatively about you when you're not around. Gossip is one of the clearest signs of jealousy. It's the weapon of choice for those who feel threatened by your success, but lack the courage to address their feelings directly. Instead of celebrating your achievements or confronting their insecurities, they resort to whispers and rumors, hoping to tarnish your reputation and pull you down to their level. C.S. Lewis wisely noted, "Great minds discuss ideas, average minds discuss events, small minds discuss people." Gossip is the hallmark of a small mind consumed by envy. When someone engages in gossip about you, it says more about their own character than about yours. They are trying to shift the focus from their own insecurities by diminishing your accomplishments, often twisting your words or actions to suit their narrative. The Bible addresses this behavior clearly in Proverbs 16:28. A perverse person stirs up conflict and a gossip separates close friends. Gossip doesn't just harm reputations, it fractures relationships and sows distrust. When you find out someone has been spreading negativity about you, it can feel like a betrayal, especially if it comes from someone you considered a friend or ally. The emotional toll of such behavior can leave you questioning your judgment, your worth, and even your ability to trust others. What makes gossip so damaging is its indirect nature. These individuals won't confront you openly. Instead, they hide behind smiles and polite conversation while spreading their poison behind your back. They often rely on half-truths or exaggerations, subtly undermining your credibility. This behavior stems from their jealousy and their need to feel superior. They hope that by tearing you down in the eyes of others, they can make themselves seem more significant. When faced with gossip, it's natural to feel anger or the urge to defend yourself. However, it's important to remember that gossip reflects the insecurities of the person spreading it, not your value. C.S. Lewis reminds us, integrity is doing the right thing, even when no one is watching. Your character will always speak louder than their words. Stay true to who you are, and let your actions and accomplishments serve as a testament to your integrity. One of the best ways to handle gossip is to refuse to engage with it. Proverbs 26:20 offers timeless wisdom. Without wood, a fire goes out. Without gossip, a quarrel dies down. By not reacting to gossip, you rob it of its power. Instead, focus on living authentically and pursuing your goals with confidence. The truth always prevails, and those who matter will see through the lies and manipulation. Gossip is an attempt to distract you from your purpose and your progress. Don't let it succeed. Protect your peace by surrounding yourself with people who genuinely support and uplift you. Let go of relationships that thrive on negativity and focus on building connections rooted in trust and mutual respect. Jealousy may fuel their words, but your strength lies in rising above it. Stay focused, stay positive, and let your success continue to shine as the ultimate response to their envy. Now, sign 4. They compete with you in every area of life. Have you ever felt like someone was constantly trying to outdo you, no matter what you accomplished? Whether it's buying a similar car, taking a vacation to a more exotic destination, or even mimicking your career moves, some people seem determined to turn life into an unending competition. This is another clear sign of jealousy. Instead of focusing on their own growth and achievements, they channel their energy into keeping up with or surpassing you in every way possible. At first, it might seem flattering to have someone follow your lead. However, over time, it becomes exhausting and even disheartening. No matter what you achieve, they seem to immediately replicate or overshadow it, refusing to allow you a moment to celebrate your success. This behavior isn't about admiration. It's about their deep-seated insecurity and need to feel equal or superior. Their competition stems from a belief that your achievements somehow diminish their own worth. The Bible speaks directly to this toxic mindset in Galatians 6:4-5. Each one should test their own actions. Then they can take pride in themselves alone without comparing themselves to someone else, for each one should carry their own load. Life isn't about one-upping others. It's about finding fulfillment in your own journey. People who constantly compare themselves to you are unable to embrace this wisdom. They measure their value not by their personal growth, but by how they perceive themselves in relation to you. C.S. Lewis insightfully wrote, "Pride gets no pleasure out of having something, only out of having more of it than the next man." This type of pride fuels the constant competition. Jealous individuals view your success not as inspiration, but as a threat to their own self-image. They feel compelled to compete, as if your accomplishments somehow diminish their own. This behavior often manifests subtly at first. A friend who suddenly starts copying your style, a co-worker who always has to one-up your achievements, or even a family member who constantly draws comparisons. Over time, however, it can become overwhelming. You may feel like you're being watched, or like your life is being treated as a blueprint for someone else's validation. Dealing with this behavior requires clarity and boundaries. It's crucial to remember that their competition isn't about you, it's about their struggles with self-worth. As tempting as it may be to confront or match their efforts, doing so only feeds the cycle. Instead, focus on your own goals and let their behavior remain their issue, not yours. The Bible encourages us to stay grounded in humility and purpose, even in the face of envy or rivalry. Philippians 2:3 reminds us, "Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourselves." Resist the temptation to engage in their race and instead keep your eyes on your unique path. Life is not a competition, and your worth is not defined by comparisons. Continue to live authentically, celebrate your successes, and focus on the journey God has laid out for you. Let others compete if they choose. But never let their jealousy distract you from the blessings and goals you've been called to pursue. True fulfillment comes from walking your own path, not from winning a race you were never meant to run. Sign 5. They make everything about themselves. Have you ever been in a conversation where, no matter what you're sharing, an accomplishment, a challenge, or even just an idea, it somehow shifts back to the other person? You might start talking about your recent promotion only to hear, "Well, that reminds me of the time I..." Suddenly, the spotlight is no longer on your moment. It's firmly on theirs. This behavior is a classic sign of jealousy, driven by a need to overshadow you and redirect attention to themselves. When someone makes everything about themselves, it's a sign they're struggling to celebrate others' successes. They see your accomplishments as a reflection of what they lack, and instead of joining your celebration or supporting you, they steer the focus back to their own lives. Even when you share a personal challenge, they might respond with, "You think that's bad? Let me tell you about my problems." They downplay your experiences and inflate their own to maintain a sense of superiority or importance. The Bible addresses this kind of behavior in Philippians 2 verse 3-4. "Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourselves, not looking to your own interests, but each of you to the interests of the others." True humility allows us to genuinely listen and celebrate others without feeling the need to center ourselves. Jealousy, however, drives people to compete for attention, even in moments when they should be offering support or encouragement. C.S. Lewis captures this dynamic perfectly. Most people do not listen with the intent to understand, they listen with the intent to reply. When someone is envious, they aren't truly hearing you. Instead, they're waiting for their turn to talk, eager to redirect the conversation toward their own life. It's not about engaging with your story. It's about ensuring their narrative takes precedence. This behavior often leaves you feeling unheard and undervalued. You might begin to notice that every interaction becomes a one-sided exchange. When you share good news, they counter it with their achievements. When you open up about struggles, they compare it to their own, implying their challenges are greater or more significant. Over time, this pattern can be emotionally draining, making you hesitant to share anything meaningful with them. It's essential to recognize that this tendency to make everything about themselves stems from insecurity. Their jealousy prevents them from fully embracing your joy or empathizing with your pain because they're too focused on their own feelings of inadequacy. As difficult as it may be, understanding this dynamic can help you set boundaries and protect your peace. You're not responsible for managing someone else's insecurities or validating their need for attention. As Proverbs 27 verse 2 advises, let someone else praise you and not your own mouth, an outsider and not your own lips. Surround yourself with people who listen with genuine interest, who celebrate your successes without comparison, and who empathize with your struggles without overshadowing them. When faced with someone who constantly redirects attention to themselves, resist the urge to compete for their approval or acknowledgement. Focus on your own growth and find joy in sharing your journey with those who truly care. True relationships are built on mutual respect and support, not on one-sided conversations dominated by jealousy. Keep shining and remember, their need to make everything about themselves is not a reflection of your worth, but of their own struggles. Stay true to your path and let your light shine brightly. Sign 6. They belittle your achievements. Have you ever shared an accomplishment with someone, only to have them brush it off or diminish its significance? Perhaps you worked tirelessly to earn a promotion, complete a challenging project, or reach a personal milestone, but instead of celebrating with you, they respond with comments like, "Well, that's not such a big deal," or "Anyone could have done that." This subtle, yet painful, behavior is another clear sign of jealousy. They belittle your achievements to make themselves feel better. Jealousy often drives people to downplay the hard work and dedication behind someone else's success. It's not that your accomplishment isn't impressive, it's that it reminds them of their own insecurities, unfulfilled ambitions, or lack of effort. By minimizing your achievements, they attempt to level the playing field, making it seem as though what you've accomplished isn't as meaningful as it truly is. The Bible sheds light on this toxic behavior in Ecclesiastes 4 verse 4. "And I saw that all toil and all achievement spring from one person's envy of another. This too is meaningless, a chasing after the wind." When jealousy drives people to diminish your success, it highlights their own struggles with contentment and self-worth. Instead of using your achievements as inspiration, they choose to belittle them as a way to cope with their feelings of inadequacy. C.S. Lewis offers a powerful perspective. Humility is not thinking less of yourself, it's thinking of yourself less. When someone belittles your success, they reveal their lack of humility. True humility allows us to celebrate others without comparison, while jealousy compels people to undermine others to protect their ego. This behavior can be especially hurtful when it comes from those closest to you, friends, family, or colleagues you hoped would support you. It's important to remember that their belittling comments are not a reflection of your worth, but of their own internal battles. Resist the temptation to defend or over-explain your success. Your accomplishments stand on their own merit. Proverbs 14:30 reminds us, "A heart at peace gives life to the body, but envy rots the bones." Protect your peace by recognizing that their negativity is their issue, not yours. Surround yourself with people who uplift and encourage you and continue to pursue your goals unapologetically. Your achievements are worth celebrating, no matter how others choose to perceive them. Keep shining brightly and let your success speak for itself. Sign 7. They make you feel guilty for succeeding. Have you ever shared your success with someone only to feel an unexpected wave of guilt instead of joy? Perhaps they say things like, "Must be nice," or "I wish I had it as easy as you." These subtle comments are not compliments. They're meant to make you feel bad about achieving something they haven't. This behavior is a clear sign of jealousy. Rather than celebrating your hard work and accomplishments, they attempt to turn your success into a source of discomfort. Jealous individuals often frame their envy in ways that make you feel responsible for their feelings. They might imply that your achievements are unfair, undeserved, or that your progress somehow highlights their own struggles. Their aim is to shift the focus away from your success and onto their perceived hardships, making you question whether you should feel proud of what you've accomplished. The Bible addresses this harmful mindset in Proverbs 14:30. A heart at peace gives life to the body, but envy rots the bones. Jealousy robs people of their ability to experience peace, and in their unrest they project that negativity onto others. Their inability to celebrate your success reflects their own struggles, not your worth or effort. C.S. Lewis insightfully remarked, "Humility is not thinking less of yourself, but thinking of yourself less." A person secure in their identity can celebrate others without feeling diminished. When someone makes you feel guilty for succeeding, it's not about your success, it's about their own dissatisfaction. You don't need to apologize for your achievements. Success is not a finite resource. Your blessings don't take away from others. Embrace your accomplishments with confidence, knowing you've worked hard for them, and let go of any guilt others may try to impose. Your success is yours to celebrate. Rising above jealousy. Jealousy is a powerful emotion that can fracture relationships, undermine confidence, and steal your joy if left unchecked. It's not just the jealousy you may encounter from others, it's how you respond to it that defines your peace and progress. The Bible reminds us in Proverbs 27:4, "Wrath is cruel, anger is overwhelming, but who can stand before jealousy?" Recognizing the signs of jealousy and understanding its root cause is the first step in protecting your heart and your path. C.S. Lewis offers profound wisdom. You can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending. Rising above jealousy means refusing to let it distract you from your goals. It means setting boundaries with those who try to diminish your light and surrounding yourself with people who genuinely celebrate your victories. Most importantly, it means staying grounded in your purpose and faith. Your success, hard work, and achievements are not for others to define. They are a reflection of God's blessings in your life and your commitment to making the most of your talents. Do not dim your shine to make others comfortable. As Philippians 3 verse 14 encourages, "I press on toward the goal to win the prize for which God has called me heavenward in Christ Jesus." Keep pressing forward, knowing that your worth is not tied to others' opinions. Jealousy may try to hold you back, but your strength lies in staying focused, faithful, and true to the journey you're called to walk. Keep shining.